Okay, so a video recently resurfaced from about 3 years ago of Cardi B admitting to some terrible things like drugging and robbing men. And the internet is in shambles. Some defending her, some canceling her. Cardi herself has made many excuses, like saying she did it because it was a necessity and she needed it to survive. And I call bullshit. First of all, if you watch the video, she said she did it to pay for studio time, claiming she paid over $50,000 for studio time. Studio time doesn't equate to surviving. She obviously can't keep up with her lies. Second, there's many people from the hood that became successful without robbing and drugging people. We should never normalize this type of behavior. There are plenty of people who live or grew up in poverty busting their asses at multiple jobs so they can chase their dreams. The indication that she had to drug and rob men to survive is an example of sympathy you use to manipulate public perception. She continuously uses the hood as a reasoning for her wrongs, instead of taking accountability for them. And I am so over it. She also tried to deflect and steer the controversy towards other rappers. I'm just like, why don't you take accountability instead of trying to deflect? If a video of a male celebrity came out saying this, all hell would break loose. Everyone would hate him, cancel him, trash him. But since it's Cardi B, she's getting a slap on the wrist as she always does. Now, the invasion of privacy entertainer, literally invasion of privacy, released a fake-ass statement that we know she didn't write. She can't even write an Instagram caption. She can't write her raps. So what makes you think she can write an intelligible paragraph or apology? You see the gray box that the message was sent in is the exact same when you send a message through your phone, at least for iPhone, or it may be an Insta DM. So that was really obvious. Anyways, she goes on to say, so I'm seeing on social media that a live I did 3 years ago has popped back up, a live where I talked about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I felt I needed to do to make a living. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world with a perfect past. I always speak my truth, I always own my shit. It's funny that she says that, considering this entire apology she deflects. I'm a part of a hip-hop culture where you can talk about where you come from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, or robbing, crimes they feel like they had to do to survive. I will give her that they do glorify, a lot of hip-hop does glorify murder, violence, all of that stuff, but most of it is a facade, and if they do actually do something, they do time. It's funny that she tries to bring up survival again, but in the video she was talking about studio time. Not once in that video did she mention survival. She goes on to say, I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. I never put those things in my music because I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility to not glorify it. Or you just don't write your music, you know. I made the choices that I did at that time because I had very limited options. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Of course she pulls the woman card. How convenient is that? In her own words, how fucking convenient is that? Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. The men I spoke about in my life were men that I dated, I was involved with. Hold up, so she's trying to convince us that she was robbing and drugging men that she was in a relationship with. That doesn't even make sense. She goes on to say, I was involved with men that were conscious. How are you drugged but conscious as well? Willing and aware. I have a past that I can't change, we all do. Well, yeah, some of us have a bad past, but most don't consist of robbing and drugging men. Now, do I think this will affect Cardi B's career? I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Because she is such a well-liked caricature, and people see her as being so real, and she can do no wrong in their eyes. There's a fine line between being unfiltered and real and being an ass. Will it affect her image? Most definitely. Someone who claims they're always so real most likely isn't the realest person. And hopefully people finally get to see through that because Cardi tends to use sympathy to get out of these situations. And it's starting to get very repetitive. When will it end? Only time will tell. But till then, tell me what you think in the comments down below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.